Hello and welcome everybody. We are the Creative Amplifiers. Thank you for joining us. It's a very exciting show back today because we're going to be talking about TubeFest and Creator Camp UK. I can't tell you how excited I am to be able to say that, having been to the US a couple of times doing it. It's a brilliant, exciting day. We've been away for a couple of months. We've had a few personal things going on. We've had some individual projects that have been going on, but we thought this would be the best way to come back live, excited about what we're going to be doing at Creator Camp UK and bring you up to speed with a few things that we've been doing. So, Neil, how are you? Welcome back to Creator Amplifiers.
It's great. It's actually my first live show of 2026 for our show on my own. I haven't been live for a while for some reasons, as we spoke about, but it's been great to just kick off this new show today with Matt and Katie, who's going to be joining us in a minute, all about Creator Camp and TubeFest. And yeah, TubeFest and Creator Camp in the UK. Who would have thought? Wonderful.
Exactly. And Lisa, how are you? I'd say long time no see, but we have been chatting behind the scenes, even though we haven't been live.
We have. I'm great. I'm doing great. I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you in real life. In the UK. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and am I right in thinking this is the longest we've not seen each other in real life? Is it over a year since?
I think it was. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's too long, and we're going to be back together.
We are getting the band back together again. Yes, indeed.
Exactly. Now, Neil's got about 500 computers and lots of leads and things he's going to be doing while we're here. I thought you might have a camera from behind just to do like an Alec look of all the different screens and all the different things that you're able to show everybody. But
I didn't consider that, but there you go.
But we very much want you all just to say hello in the chat, say where you're from. I see loads of you already are there telling us where you're from as well. We've Neil's got Stream Alive going on with a few little things which he can show and demonstrate as we go through. But this is really all about Katie talking about Ecamm and Creator Camp UK, and Matt is going to be here talking about TubeFest and a little bit of history and story about how that came together and the beautiful partnership that the two things coming together as well. So let's say hello, shall we?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. So I think we're just about covering most of the world. So we've got Europe and Portugal and Neil. I'm in the UK. Lisa's in LA. Matt's just up the road. He's less than an hour away from me. Yeah. I must go and visit his studio. And then Katie's across on the East Coast. So we're doing pretty well. This is what live streaming and Ecamm is all about, Katie. Is that not right?
Absolutely. Well, I love you put Northampton. I'm Southampton, but not in the same country. So I'm here in New England. We like to steal all of the English names. So here I am over on the other side of the pond.
Yeah, and I also loved, I think you were chatting to Jill, must have been a few weeks ago, and you were talking about pronunciations of some of the local areas, and you got it spot on. I think it was Portsmouth or one of those things, and you came with, there are a few options, and you absolutely got it right. I thought I had to tell you that when you're making such a big deal of it.
There is such a brief window of space where I get things correct because I've moved so much in my life, and I've lived all over, and I have friends from all over the world, and so inevitably I'm always mispronouncing whatever city I'm in. I'm always off just by a little bit, so I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear I finally got it right.
Amazing stuff. So Matt, why don't you tell us a little bit about TubeFest? I mean, most people here we'd assume are either taking part. Do tell us in the chat. If you're not and you want to find out more, tell us the skinny of TubeFest for this year, but also the history for the last couple of years that it's been going on for.
Yeah, sure. So I actually go to the US to Vid Summit. So anyone here watching that's been to Vid Summit in the US, it was in LA the first time I went, and then Dallas. It's moved to Dallas now. And TubeFest started because for us to get from the UK to the US, it's quite expensive. It takes an hour. It takes a week pretty much out of your life. About £5,000 when you cover tickets, flights, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was sat at one of the events in the US, and I was thinking, why can't we do something like that in the UK? I looked around. I think we had VidCon here once upon a time. I think they might be coming back. There's a few vendor-based events, but nothing really for YouTube specifically, or video marketing is how I sell it, but YouTube really specifically. So to be honest with you, Mark, I'd had a few drinks and you get a bit excited, and the courage comes in when you've had a few drinks. So I was like, I'll buy the domain name. So I bought the domain name first. This was in March 23. Had the best summer of my life. I just turned 40. So I thought, no, I'm not going to do it. The courage left me once I'd woke up with the hangover, I think, and had a good summer. And then I got to VidSummit in, I think it was the September of 23. And I met Nick Nimim and Austin Armstrong and Mike from VidPros. And I sat and we were drinking again. There's a theme here. And I was like, guys, if I did this, would you come along and speak, and would you sponsor? And they were like, yeah, let's do it, Matt. And we were all really excited because we were having tequila. And but they did. They came the next year. We did it. The first one was in May 2024. Nick and Austin came along from US and Thailand, where Nick is. And we did it, and it was great, and I really loved it. And of course, then we've continued with that. I'm sure I probably met Katie around that time, and I was like, Katie, come and sponsor. And she was like, oh, come on, why is it this guy keeps coming to me and asking me to sponsor? So it took me a bit more time, a few more meetups, I think, Katie. And then we eventually got there with Creative Camp. So, yeah, that's our potted history, really, of the event. But unfortunately, like a lot of things, it comes down to having too much to drink in a bar. But there's a good thing that came off the back of it, at least.
I was excited before, but now I'm even more excited.
Yeah, we've got a party this
days
year.
hanging
That's what
out.
I'm saying. Good.
And just tell us a little bit about how the workshop idea came about, and then Katie can jump in with the Ecamm Creative Camp UK version of what that's going to look like.
Yeah. Look, I'm an open book, so I'll tell you exactly how it is. Like, the first two events, we made no money. In fact, after the first event, I lost pretty much all my income. The day after the event as well, I had a big client and I lost the client the day after. So we really struggled. And the second year we struggled. It was a real tough challenge to keep the event going and making sure it was amazing. And once we got after 25, I was like, there must be a way to make some money out of this event, because we just broken even just both times. And so I was like, well, sponsors keep asking me for 2 days, because if they come from around the world or whatever, like, they want to be there for longer and connect with more people and all that kind of thing. So I was like, why don't we do workshops? A lot of the attendees asked for, like, you know, I like the sessions, but I want to do practical stuff, you know, real practical stuff. And it was actually speaking to Katie Ecamm, where I first pitched the workshop. We had the idea, and then I kind of went to Katie and I was like, I've told him this story, by the way, offline, Katie. When I used to go to Katie and I'd message her, it'd take me a week or so to get a reply. And I was like, oh, just like most sponsors, they don't want to know. And then I sent a message to Katie and I was like, right, I've got this idea for Creative Camp. And it was just because, selfishly, most things I do are selfish. I was like, I'd really like to go to Creative Camp, but it's in, you know, America. It's another trip over there. So I messaged her and said, Katie, you've got Creative Camp. Why don't we do it in the UK? And it was like 7 minutes later, I got a reply from Katie, and I was like, yes, I finally found the way. And the enthusiasm kind of bled out of the email. And Katie was like, right, let's jump on a call and let's make this happen. So it wasn't that long, was it, Katie? I don't think, since we had that email. And then we were back and forward, and then she was like, I'm bringing the whole team, Matt. And I was like, this is amazing. I'm sure your version of the story is very different to mine, but yeah, that's how it came about. And so once we did that workshop, I thought, well, I could get a few other people to do workshops as well. So we've got a bit of choice. So we've got 5 all in all now. And then, of course, off the back of having that, I was like, we always did like an unofficial meetup at the bar. But it was just totally unofficial, and you know, ended up drinking quite a bit. And then I was like, why don't we make an official proper party this time? Because we're going to have all these people come in for the workshops the day before. We should give them a way to celebrate ahead of time. Now, I don't know if it's a good idea doing a party the day before the main event.
Oh, it's great.
That's
it
what's
works
happening. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, exactly. What's your recollection? Take it from that 7 minutes after you got the email from, and carry it on from there.
Well, I think it's actually pretty close. For us, we, as many of you know, Ecamm's a fairly small company, so there's 11 of us total in like as staff at the company, including our co-founders and co-developers, Ken and Glenn. So for us, events have always been something that we really believe in, and something that we want to do is get out and actually spend time with people. But there's so many of them, and as Matt, you were saying, they're they're all over the place. There's such an investment both in time and in money that over the last few years we've really selfishly in many ways gotten to this space where we're like, okay, well, if we're going to do this and we're going to invest in this, we want to do it in a way that is really high impact, is really hands-on, is really, for our customers, for the Ecamm fam. For us, it's about spending time with the people who have invested in us, and for us to be able to give back to them. So we've actually been like stepping back from a lot of kind of traditional sponsorships and leaning more into opportunities like this, where we can get in front of some new people, but also just really be able to get to where our customers are and be able to spend time with them authentically, hear their feedback, hear their questions, and be able to work through the challenges and concepts and issues of video production with them. So it's really exciting for us to be able to just, come across to the UK. We all jumped hilariously because we've been joking for probably the last 6 years that we should do a company-wide like Ecamm company trip, to like just a for fun trip for us. And it's been like, where should we go? And we've been back and forth. We're like, maybe we go to Hawaii, but Doc lives in Hawaii, so maybe that's less exciting. So Matt, when you reached out, we were like, we can go to the UK, and then it'll be like a work trip, but a fun trip. So it just really, it worked out to be perfect across the board.
I mean, the funny thing is, like, so last year we had, do you guys know Justin Moore, Sponsor Magnet? You must know Justin, right? So last year we gave everyone who attended a book, Justin Moore's book. I think we're doing the same thing this year. It's really good. He's got it on Audible as well. It's not the Justin Moore podcast, but or live stream. But I think the funny lesson is like, you can't just go and ask for money from people all the time with events and with brand deals and that kind of thing. Like, it's got to be the right thing at the right time. And so as much as I say about like being ghosted by sponsors, like I know that's part of the deal with events. I approach people all the time, and there's no hard feelings around it. I just like, it's not always the right time, but sometimes I think you can just find the right sweet spot that everybody wins. And in this example, that's a great example of that. And I think, I'm just so excited. I've been saying to Katie the whole time, like, I just don't think I can do it the day before, because obviously I'm running the event, but I would love to be at Creative Camp UK. I'm so gutted. I'll pop in, but I think that's probably going to be as much as I can do.
Oh, I know. Next time we'll have to figure out a way so that you could be involved.
Yeah.
We'll do like a practice day that's just for you, and then we'll go. We'll go to the event.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we are this event. We are profitable now, which is great, and I that is one of the things that concerns me. Like with running these events, like we did want to get to that point, and I hope then that means that next year we'll start to build a team around the event. It's just me and my wife that runs it, and there's so many. She does all the graphics. Shout out to Amy for doing all the graphics, but like it is a small team, like you said, Katie, with Ecamm. Like people look at it and they think, oh, there's loads of people there doing it, but actually, it's not. You can be really nimble these days, and I think we've done well to get as far as we have. We just need to start building that team now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations. Our profitability is huge in events. That's amazing.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's incredible. And so am I right in thinking this is one for the generations, but that when they all came over to London in that sort of famous part of whichever season that was, and they all did that, are we going to literally have pictures of you all at various sort of landmark backgrounds taking your pictures?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I hope that happens.
It's going to be funny.
I've been joking that like my ideal trip to the UK is unlike anyone else's. I'm gonna have to come back to do like my version, because it would make everyone super bored. Like all the things that I would love to do are not the touristy things from all those shows.
Things like period dramas, and you go and see Shakespeare and all kinds of because you love writing, don't you, and everything. So you get
Yeah.
more into that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm a total geek. So for me, it's like getting, which I think we will pull off, but getting to see the Globe Theatre. I'd love to get out to see Stratford upon Avon. I'd love to see the Pride and Prejudice House, do the Jack the Ripper tour. I have like a very weird collection of visit Oxford.
I think that's
There's
acceptable. That's perfectly acceptable touristy things to do. Totally.
So
we do the same when we go to the US, right? It's the same thing.
Perfect.
We go to all the cringy things, so it's great.
We have a quick question from Yog. I think he's saying, how many people are there in total? I think he's talking about the teams in Ecamm and for TubeFest as well. So I think, Matt, you just said it was you and your wife who's running that. And Katie, it's 11 people. Is that right, you said?
Yeah, it's 11 if you count Paul, which we do. So Paul is works as a contractor for us, but 10 internal people and Paul.
So
we have a bunch of volunteers as well. We'll have like 5 or so volunteers on the day, so you see them usually in the same tops and stuff. But and we had 3 people last year. I lost my business manager in November, so like she's still alive. I didn't lose her in that way, but
thanks for clarifying.
She moved on. So just want to clarify. Yeah, I always say it when I say lose people, and it's like no, got to be sure about that. But yeah, we've not replaced it yet. We just figure out like. Sometimes it's nice to be able to dig into the weeds with some of this stuff. So, yeah, 2 of us.
Perfect. So, Katie, should we start with what the Ecamm, the Creator Camp Day looks like? So, for those people who aren't aware, the sort of the feel of it, the run of it, the sort of people who are involved for the amount of things that you can share and say, and then Matt, you can.
It's all a secret.
Exactly. Katie won't be there because she's doing Pride and Prejudice filming, but everyone else will be there.
yeah, I won't be there. Yeah, I'll be touring Oxford. I mean, really, like, I'm really happy with how the schedule always comes together for our Creator Camp events in like the most beautiful way. So it is a really even mix of hands-on sessions and conversations. So we really intentionally forced at least definitely Adrian and Ian probably a little out of their comfort zone. It was like, instead of getting up and presenting, I just really would love for them to have the opportunity to work with the attendees and be able to actually answer their questions, work through some of the challenges as it pertains to video production, and talk through some of the things that we all face. So it will be equal parts all things learning about Ecamm and where the future of Ecamm is going. We have a lot of really exciting updates coming actually really soon here in the next day or so. So we'll be walking through with our co-founders everything kind of about the future of Ecamm and where it's going, the future of video production and live streaming. And then we have a really hands-on workshop all about public speaking with Eleanor from Ultra Speaking, which I think will be really great and informative. We have Jan, who is going to be talking all about how to do virtual presentations and how to create them in a way that feels really engaging and really helpful for people. And then we have some people called the Creative Amplifiers who are hanging out with us, but I don't know what we'll be talking about.
Who are they?
Who are they? Who are those folks?
Who are those folks?
So it's, I mean, I think it's a nice mix of more kind of session content and storytelling, case studies and examples, and hands-on, question and answer. So it'll feel really interactive, it'll feel really workshop-y, and it's a small group. So it intentionally is meant to be so that everyone can get to know each other, and then we're all going to go together over to TubeFest. So the concept that I'm the most excited about with this event is that you don't have to go to this larger event by yourself. You are going with the Ecamm fam. You have immediate friends there with you that you can laugh with and learn together with and spend time with. So I'm most excited about that because I feel like when I've been to events, that's the part that's most impactful for me, is getting to reconnect with my friends, meeting people. And so if we go in a group, we'll introduce you to all of the amazing people we know. So it'll be a great opportunity to get to know folks across the board.
That is one of the great things about creators in this space. I know Katie, you go to loads of different types of events, but like we've got the party the night before, and then we have a happy hour the day after as well. But there's breakouts and lunchtime and that kind of thing. But what I found with creators is you won't ever feel alone. We're all kind of like the way I imagine TubeFest is there for people that are lonely, because as creators and entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small business owners, that kind of thing. We often feel quite alone. And in the creative space, in the environment that we've created at Tube Fest, like, people are just so welcoming. They're like, oh, here's this guy that I met. Their channel's amazing. You should check this out. You know, like, people just kind of scoop you up and say, come on, we're part of the team now. Exactly like the Ecamm fam, the whole concept of your community is. I think we're building that in Tube Fest. The thing that I'm missing probably is the way your community loves the product so much, and I'd love to know how you've built that. Obviously, build a good product is one way, but it's something I want to build at Tube Fest as well.
Yeah, there have only been a few events that I have been to over the years that have that like feeling of stepping into like almost like a family reunion, or like where it's like, you know, some people, you're meeting new people, but you don't feel alone, and you don't feel like you can't ask, you know, a question or ask how someone else is doing something. And as you said, like most creators are by themselves. They're sitting in home offices, or, you know, they're in coffee shops, and they're hustling, they're working really hard, and they don't have people that get it, and they don't have people that are at the same point as them. And that level of mentorship and friendship and connection is so important. So events like this are huge. They are worth the investment, even if it's flying across miles and miles across to be able to get there. Like it has never been a waste of time or money for me. I've always come out of those experiences, not even with like notes from the sessions themselves, but in like who I can reach out to afterwards, and like just slowly building my network. And it's been that literally has been life-changing for me. Both my work at Ecamm and the personal projects I work on are the people that I now can reach out to at any point to ask questions, to be guests on my show. Like it really is kind of staggering the in a AI world, the ability of being face to face and really getting to know people is huge.
Well, do you know Rob Balasabas? You must.
I do. My fellow Canadian Rob. He and I have been friends for a long time now.
There you go. Well, a very small story for you. I went to Vid Summit the first time, 2018, and because it was the first time I'd been to an event for ages where I didn't know anybody, and it was in LA, right? So I'm like the other side of the world, really, for me. And so I went on Twitter and looked at the hashtags, because that's what I used to do at tech events. And there's Rob on Twitter, and, you know, the hashtag, said hello to him. And then as soon as I walked in the hotel, he was sat there having a coffee. And since then, we've been friends. Rob now works for Uscreen. They're sponsoring Tube Fest. Again, it took me a while to get him there, 3 years, but we got him there eventually. So, yeah, that's testament to the relationship. But that's 8 years. 8 years ago, I met Rob. And yet he will have spoken at Tube Fest twice, and the company that he works for is sponsoring. Like, those relationships, they stay there forever. And I know with all of you guys on this live stream, like that's how we connect, right? And what you said right at the start, Mark, with you and Lisa, you know, you end up seeing each other. It's really funny that we end up seeing each other in different countries and stuff, you know, as you travel. But yeah, it's just a wonderful part of these kind of events and communities.
Absolutely.
So in terms of Tube Fest that day itself, Matt, take us through what that looks like. Is there sort of a channel, a runway of which people that you're going to actually see, or you've got more choice than that, and how you're going to fit all of Ecamm into each room, as well as the other people that want to watch those sessions as well?
Yeah, so obviously we've got the workshops the day before. So if you come to Creative Camp, you'll be with Ecamm the whole day. Like Katie said, she'll bring you over for the party, hopefully. And because they're separate buildings, the workshops across the road. And then on the main day, I've always done it like this. And when I had mentoring or coaching around the event, they said, don't do 2 stages, which is because I don't listen to anyone because I'm a rebel. I absolutely did 2 stages. They said, if you do 2 stages, it's going to cost you twice as much, which is why we were not profitable the first 2 years. But we have basically a creator stage and a business stage. And the idea, and my vision for this has always been, creators are amazing at building an audience. They can get people's attention. They know how to run engagement, hooks on videos, all of those good things. But they're often starving artists with the greatest respect. I've met some creators that have got millions of subscribers and yet they don't have a huge income. On the flip side, you've got business owners that know how to generate income. They're great at sales and P&Ls and all those kind of good things that we need as business owners, but they don't know how to do marketing. They don't know how to build big audiences and fans and all that kind of stuff. And so by having two stages, a creator stage and a business stage, we bring those two groups of people together. And then the idea is that they will collaborate, they will share that knowledge when they're standing in the queues or whatever. And then the magic should happen. And so that's the vision. I think we achieve that kind of collaborative nature. What I think I get out of it the most is hearing that people have met at Two Fest and they've gone on to do great things together. But yeah, that's how it's run. So you get to choose. Right at the start of the event, we'll have YouTube that are going to open the event. And the agenda's on the website now, by the way. We've not told anyone it's on there yet. I just made it live yesterday, and then we've got to email everyone. But the agenda's on there. We've got YouTube opening the event. A wonderful guy called Charles, who's a great speaker. We've got TikTok there this year, so they're going to be delivering a session about TikTok Live. Then all the other wonderful speakers we've got. So loads to do on the second day as well.
Sounds like it's going to be fun, and I think you're absolutely right about the whole collaboration thing, because that's how Mark and Lisa and I met at our first ever Creative Camp, and we made the investment and we decided to go over there to the US, and it was a really humbling experience, because you see all these people in real life that you've seen on TVs, like there's TV stars, and like one, they've all got legs, two, they're all much taller than you think they are, and so on. And you just end up meeting these wonderful people who are all there for the same thing. They're all there to help each other, to collaborate, to talk around their own journeys. And I'm from the corporate IT world, and I think I said this to Katie after Creative Camp, that this is the only event I've ever been to where I felt part of something, and not like either you're trying to prove something or you just in your own little groups and things. It's just a completely different world being in a creative environment, and I really thoroughly enjoy being at Creative Camp. And if it wasn't for Creative Camp, I wouldn't have met these two amazing people that I share this journey with now. So I'm sure when people do come to Creative Camp UK, more relationships, more partnerships are going to be forged, and it'll just encourage everybody else to create.
And even if people don't develop something like we did, the networking is amazing, because I have people that I met at Creative Camp, both of them that I went to. And, still to this day, we text each other, or, hey, do you know somebody that can do something for you? So that is so valuable right now. It's a bonus.
Yeah.
And I echo both of those things. And I didn't just decide to get involved in Creative Amplifiers because I've got a hotline to Neil and Lisa with the best information in the world, let alone the joy of being able to sort of hang out and create some good conversation. So it's a win-win-win for everybody, I think.
Definitely.
The funny thing is you meet people, and like you meet people that you admire, and you see them, and like when I first met Nick Nimim, like I met him and I was like, I've been watching your videos for ages, and then we had dinner like that evening. Like there was no ego about like, oh, I'm this big YouTuber now, and you can't sit with us sort of thing. It was very much a like, yeah, let's go for dinner. Why would we not? We're all going to eat, right? So it's that same sort of like, nobody's too big for anybody else. I just don't get that. Neil, I'm from corporate IT as well, and I used to speak on, I always say not the top stages, but one down from the top stages. So I got to know all the big speakers, and there's just so much ego in IT. And then when I came to marketing and I was doing the video marketing events and stuff, like all of a sudden everyone was collaborative. Everyone had this like inclusive nature of like, yeah, just come along with us. And there was no like, I've got 5 million subscribers, so I know everything. They were sitting in the seats with us, watching the people that have got 50,000 subscribers, but they were giving some gold, and they were like, that's the thing I'm missing, even though they're so far ahead. So I think there's just that collaborative, there's that intrigue, curiosity, all of that comes from being surrounded by creative individuals. and I just love it. Just love it for that.
Yeah, I think what you said earlier is really relevant here, in that you can have millions of subscribers but be missing a piece in how to make this all work. So someone who is brand new can teach something to someone who's been doing it for years, and vice versa. So I think it is a really, I hope it always remains this kind of really positive collaborative space, because I think it is so beneficial to everyone that attends. There's a magic in that. And we've always been like lucky that every time we book a Creator Camp event and we hire speakers to work with, I'm always like, okay, but just to be clear, like, when you're signing up to be a speaker, you're all in. Like, you're attending. You're not just flying in and out. You're going to attend the entire thing. You're going to be part of the sessions, even when you're not speaking. And I have not had a single person come back to me and be like, oh, well, I can't make that work, or even shocked about that. They're like, absolutely. Like, I want to be there for the entire experience, because you're right. I think there's a value in getting to learn from people from all different industries that are all just trying to make this work.
I got asked last year if there was a green room, and I was like, no, we don't do green rooms. You are here with the rest of us. Like, I know you're a speaker, but we are all together. We're all learning from each other. Like, and I get that some bigger events, like, they need to do those things. You know, I'm sure Mr. Beast would find it difficult to walk around an event like that. But even when I went to Vid Summit, I think they probably laid the foundations. Vid Summit said the first time Mr. Beast was there, they said, he's not Mr. Beast here, he's Jimmy. And that kind of just goes to show that same sort of thing. Like, there's loads of creators that have got pseudonyms, you know, the names that they've got, and they're just like, no, this is who we are here. We're all here to learn. We're all here to connect and collaborate. So, yeah, definitely the best environment as far as I'm concerned.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
I'm just going to go to the audience. I'm going to ask them a question, and if I can press the right button, this might do it. So,
I believe in you.
The people in the audience, you have a question. Are you planning to be at Creative Camp 2026? Are you going to be in the UK? You're going to be the US? You're going to be both? Not this year. Post your answers 1, 2, 3, 4 in the chat. What are you going to say, Katie? So let me.
No, I was going to say, let us know. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited to see this poll.
It might take about 10, 15 seconds to come through, but let's just see. So put your answers, not on a postcard. Please put them in the chat. So we've got somebody in the UK. Oh, and there's, oh dear. Let's go. I think it's a
come on.
I think it's
what
UK
about the US?
contingent. Yeah.
I'm going to say yes to the
UK
US, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to tick that one. I can't do it, but I'm going to say yes.
All
right, I love it.
Okay,
I love
there
it.
you go.
Both amazing.
I will say we actually added a third, so we do actually have 3 Creator Camp events this year. Just to throw off your little graphic. Yeah, we have one in the summer in partnership with an event called Mac Stock. That's a Mac specific Ecamm event. So we're looking forward to that.
I saw that on the site. I was like, I didn't realize there was like another sort of main event going on as well. I would have added that. So I mean, you can just add it to both if you go into the Mac event
both.
as well.
Both
Yeah, just both.
Yeah,
there you go.
Both, all.
All 3, yeah, all of the above. All right. Well, resounding 66% of people in the audience are going to the UK event. There's a few people coming in saying no, unfortunately. Gretchen is coming over to both. She's a 2. No, it's just the US. Oh, damn it. Okay, I thought you were going to come over to the UK as well.
We were so excited.
I know.
You ruined it.
I thought 2 said 3, but never mind. I'm getting very confused. All right. Well, thank you very much for the poll, everybody. Let's go back to the sessions. So,
I'd be really interested to know in the chat first of all, where you're hoping this might support you, whether you've sort of got a particular question you'd like to ask, or there's an area that you'd like to do. So, for example, I was an audio podcaster starting in 2016, and one of the things I wanted to ask people as I started to go through my journey, as video started to come more and more, was how do you do that transition? How important is it? Does it need to be 50-50? Is one supporting the other? And so it was just things like that, just those conversations that happen. So yeah, if there's something that you're looking to find details about, write that in the chat, and we can see what those are as well, or a particular type of person you want to have a chat with.
I think, you
That's
can
Gretchen saying that she wishes she was coming to all of them.
just reset these. So yeah, please put them in the chat. They'll pop up in the word cloud here, or if not, we can put them on the screen with the magic of Ecamm as well. But
I will say that like when I've been talking to people, it tends to fall into like one of three different categories. Either they actually, I guess four, seeing Jorg's answer here, but either people are trying to figure out how to be more confident and capable with the tech and on camera, whether that's learning how to use tools like Ecamm or just learning how to set up their space a bit better and get more consistent with actually recording. There's people who are looking, as Jorg is saying, for like collaborations to get to like work with other people, how they can monetize and grow their channels a bit more. And then there's a lot of people who are like looking to figure out how to be better at the like system and workflow. There's a lot of folks who are just feeling a little bit overwhelmed or daunted by just all the opportunities and possibilities in ever-changing space, as we all know. Every time you're like, I got it, YouTube changes or Facebook changes or something, some new AI tool gets out. So it is interesting that like the more I talk to people, the more it's challenges that we are all facing to some level or another. So hopefully the content we prepared for Creator Camp is helpful for everyone, because I think no matter how experienced you are, it is a changing space. Yeah, as Mark's saying, it's staying relevant, I think, is really tricky for a lot of people. So we are aware of all of those issues and face a lot of them ourselves as we're in this space as well. So looking forward to it. These are great answers. Learning.
I think for me that mindset's such an important one, because like you say, you just think you've got your setup sorted and you feel really good, and then there's another tool out there or another, and it's like, do I jump on, do I not, is it helping me, is it supportive, is there a better workflow and all that sort of stuff. And I think the one thing that the three of us have really enjoyed as we've sort of put this show together is the fact that we've all got different skills, we've all got different experiences, and a sort of different kind of take on things, but you learn so much just by what other people are doing. You're like, okay, I can step into that, or I can learn from that, or that feels a little bit scary, but I don't mind that because I've got someone there supporting me. And it's realizing that it's an ongoing battle almost in terms of just enjoy the learning, enjoy the journey of the whole thing, and then it's much easier to decide what you do need to do and actually what you can just sort of stay where you are and take one step at a time.
Great comment.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's the pace at which you learn when you're sat next to somebody, whether that's virtually or not. Like I went to the photography show and I've just set up this podcast studio, and there was a guy there. I was just going to buy a mic. It was one of the Shure mics, and in I don't know, like 2 or 3 minutes, he convinced me the exact mic I needed to get, the reason why it was important, and the very specific niche bit of information that he knew that answered my question. And I can go on YouTube and I can spend hours, and I did spend hours on YouTube in getting the setup and everything right. But just when you're with somebody and they even like just talking about workflow, they just like, just get my laptop out and I'll show you. And you're like, okay. And that is worth its weight in gold, like that's why I think Creative Camp works so well, is because not only do you learn a bunch of stuff, but you're actually doing things. And when you're doing things and you've got people next to you that, like I sat and watch whoever it is that I think it's Neil controlling this. I've sat and watched you doing things on this, and I'm like, need to learn how to do that. Don't know how to do that bit. I'm like, it's just all the time. It's never ending, isn't it? So I think when you can be in a space and people will just show you, it's dead easy. You just need this thing, and it's like, it's dead easy for you, but it wasn't for me when I was trying to figure it out.
I think everything's really difficult, right? And until you actually do it yourself. I mean, I started my camera journey, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. I didn't know anything really about cameras, how to set them up and anything. And you just go through endless YouTube videos. But the only way that I really learned is to go out, film something. And I was filming little mini documentaries at the time, coming back, looking at the footage, and it's just a complete mess. Okay, well, I've done something wrong there. So I know how to learn about what I did wrong. Why does the image look this way? Why does the camera not do what it's supposed to do? And it's all on me. And I think just by doing that and then sort of getting with a colleague who knew a little bit more about cameras than I did, and you just learn these ideas. It's so easy once you've actually practiced it a couple of times. And it's just like this stuff with Ecamm and all the other tools, it's as complicated or as easy as you want to make it. But everything at the first stage of actually just dipping your toe into it and looking at a product like Ecamm or looking at Stream Alive, and you think, you just look at the interface, you scratch your head for a little bit going, where do I start? Right? And it's all about what you actually want to do. And I always think about if there's one thing that you want to sort of try and achieve, just try and do that first. Don't try and incorporate everything into it. You don't need all the bells and whistles. If you just want to press record, get your camera set up, and then just play that back later in Ecamm, for example. That's the simplest workflow, and it's just a start.
There's so many shiny buttons, Neil.
Stay away from the buttons. Stay away from the buttons.
Close it down.
Don't touch.
But I will
Don't
say,
touch.
Matt, you're absolutely like right though. It is in the moments where I learn more being a guest on other people's shows because you're right. Like as you know, even in this, like this layout is something I never would have thought about. I'm like, oh, okay, I could I feel like once you see it, then you're like, oh, okay, well, I know, I know what tool you guys are using. So then you can replicate it. What's difficult, particularly in Ecamm, is thinking through, like you're staring at a blank slate. So you have to have a good understanding of what you want it to look like. And so getting to talk with other people or see what they're doing is really helpful, because you're like, oh, okay, like a side-by-side interview can look a ton of different, there's a ton of different options of how that can look and feel, and getting some examples and ideas from other people is super helpful. So
some nice comments
sometimes
coming
you just
in.
need to see it.
We got a couple of quick comments. So from Jörg, after almost 40 years in business development and IT telco, I feel your pain. I'm now reinventing myself and finally continue my Ecamm journey, which is marvelous.
Yay!
And Mark said, I've only recently discovered Ecamm 2 weeks ago. Well, welcome.
Welcome, Mark.
Fantastic.
Welcome. Oh,
Well,
so
and the great thing
excited.
about Mark is a veteran at Two Fest. Mark's been to every one.
Yay.
Cool.
And it's
Awesome.
funny, right? Because you think, well, I must have I've been in the bar with Mark, and I must have said to him
There's a
about
common
Ecamm.
theme here.
Surely, yeah, there is. Yeah, I like a drink. But you think I must have mentioned it. Like you talk about the tools you love all the time, right? Like, but still, you just find people and they're like, oh yeah, I don't know what that is. So
There you go.
good.
Stay
Good
away
that
from the shiny
marketing's
buttons.
working.
Definitely. The shiny buttons. Exactly. So maybe we should just
many
have
shiny
a quick chat about how people can actually get some tickets. So there's a few tickets left, right? There's still some seats available for people. Let's go to the quick CTA. So if you go to tubefest.co.uk/Creative Camp, you can go and pick up a ticket here. And I think you can get a ticket for both days, right? Can you talk the audience through what the deal
There
is
is
with
no. We have intentionally forced you to experience everything, so you cannot come just to Creator Camp. I suppose you could buy the ticket, and then you'd be missing out, because the ticket includes access to TubeFest. Because again, we want you to come with us for the entire experience. So this ticket to camp includes everything. If for whatever reason you can't make it to camp and you only want to go to TubeFest, you can get just a TubeFest ticket. But obviously, we'd love for you to come to both.
Exactly. Look at these wonderful people.
And it's.
I got
I
nothing to add to
know.
that. You did a great job there, Katie. Come to both.
You're like, can you come just to camp? No, no, you
Come to
cannot.
both.
You need to come to both.
Can
Because I
they-
think it is a different experience across the board. I think I think there's a lot of value to like stage presentations and getting to like take notes, but there's also a lot of value in being able to have those workshop moments and have that kind of more hands-on time. So I think it's a nice partnership.
The thing is, when we were a one-day event, one of the overwhelming bits of feedback is about networking, because we have lunch. It's about 45 minutes, I think. We have a 2 break times, 15 minutes each, but not much else in terms of networking. So the workshop day has that welcome party that's like 5 hours long. So you can come, you can chat and network with people. The sponsors will all be there. The speakers will be there. So great opportunity to really get to know people a little bit better. And I think we definitely missed that at Two Fest, because we want to pack it full of value and all those things. But now we've got this welcome party to help move that along a little bit. And people do stay. There's a hotel next door. There's a double door that goes through. You don't have to leave the venue from the hotel. So it's nice and easy to get to, so you can do all of that good networking.
You can just stay there all day then, basically. You don't have to leave the hotel.
You can,
just keep
Pretty much.
wandering
That's
around.
what I'll be doing for 2 days.
And we have a comment
I do
here.
have
Sorry, Lisa, real quick.
ahead.
Just
No, do that.
Yeah, you're in good hands here. You know, if you want to ask any questions, if you don't know how to use Ecamm and you want to just go and grab the trial again, there's plenty of people here that can walk you through that, and it's not as complicated as you may think. All of us here are using it, and it is once you're in the workflow, you're good to go. Sorry, Lisa, go ahead.
And we can reset your trial too. So if you get in touch with us at ecamm.com, just go through the little chat window and let them know that you want to reset your trial. They're more than happy to give it to you again for free.
Look at that. Sorry, Lisa, go ahead.
No, no worries. I do have a question for both of you. Same question. What do you hope that a person takes away from each of your events? What do they, walk away with?
That's a great question.
You've stunned silence now, there, Lisa.
I know.
Pass.
What do I hope? There's two things, the two primary things I think for me, and they'll be different for everybody. Like I think if we asked the whole attendees like what they hope to get from it, it'd be very different. But there's two things. The first thing is I don't want people to feel lonely. I mentioned that earlier in this, like being a business owner, solopreneur, small business owner can feel lonely, as can being a creator. And I think the most powerful thing, we had a really tough year last year. I said TwoFest was not doing so well last year, and the thing that got me through is my network, the people that I'd met. So that's really important. And the second thing is ideas on how to make more money. I don't want to hear about creators that have got big audiences that are not making enough money. Like we should all be doing that. I know that is not for everybody. Finance is a driver for me. It's not for everybody. They want to have a big impact and all of those things, but you can do more of that when you've got more money. So I want you to meet people, discover those ways to increase your income, and I'd love you then to be a full-time creator off the back of that, if you're not already.
That's great.
Those are good ones. I mean, similarly, I think from my perspective, I really hope that you leave with a sense of community and connection, that you find your people that you can follow up with long after the event ends. And I hope, honestly, when we initially thought through this concept of doing Creator Camp, the thought was, let's make it a really fun experience where you're not leaving with a notebook filled with notes. You're leaving with the stuff already done or in progress, and the people that you can follow up with on the other side. So I hope the same for this event, that it's not just tons of inspiration and then this huge checklist when you get back home, that you actually start the work there and get all your questions answered and feel like you're already running by the time that you're back in front of your computer and back in your home space. So that's my hope and goal for everyone that attends any of our events, but especially this one.
That's a great thing to tell people, because you get your nose in your notebook and you
I'm the queen of notebooks, but I don't want a full notebook. I want the work done.
but I think between the two of you, I think just a tip is go up to somebody and say hello. Go up to somebody and introduce yourself. Have a QR code ready with all your info and say, hey, we can connect, and it's all done. So just, come in prepared and I know some of us are introverts. Kind of get out there.
I think there's a lot of introverts in the creator space.
There are, yeah.
And one of the attendees after the first event, she was an introvert as well. She is an introvert. And she came to me afterwards. I'd met her 2 weeks before, so she wasn't a fan of mine. It wasn't like a loaded comment I'd asked for or anything like that. But she said the event felt like a big hug. She said, I bring my family with me. They help as volunteers. And I think it's that kind of thing that I think Ecamm have in their Ecamm fam. And I think that's why the two of us align so well, because we all want the same thing, really. It's just, loneliness, community, they just go hand in hand. You can only solve it by being the herd animals that we are. So, yeah, absolutely say hello. You just won't get the ego. You won't get. You'll just be welcomed. You'll be brought into the fold in a really nice, positive way. So, absolutely say hello.
Great advice.
Yeah, Neil, can you bring up Mark's comments? It's just.
I know, Mark is. I'm with you, Mark. It's hard.
Definitely,
it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mark says, I find going up to strangers the most hardest thing ever. It is. It is difficult, but when you're in a wonderful community like this, it is easier.
Yeah, and I was just going to say that you can go up and just, in this scenario, there are 5 people here that you now know, so you could go and just say,
Yeah.
"Hi,
Come
saw
find
you
us.
on the live stream."
Yeah.
We've connected already, and you've got something to say, and I think just having a starting point, whatever that happens to be, is a really good way of doing it. And we should just say, the reason that Creative Amplifiers carried on was because we got to the end of Creator Camp 1 and we're like, this is too much fun and we're enjoying it so much we don't want it to stop.
We had pizza
and
and
how can we do
drinking,
it?
too.
And wine.
There was drinking
just for Matt's reference. There's wine involved,
Good
of
to know.
course.
Yes.
But I think it's such an important thing.
I was going to say my pro tip has always been at events like this is to find someone who is wearing or doing something that like catches your eye and go up with that as your starting point. No one ever, like, I've walked up to people and been like, I love your sneakers. Oh my gosh, where did you get that bag? Like, no one takes compliments badly. So it's a great kind of starting point
That's a good point.
to be friendly, make someone's day, and kind of get past your own nerves. It continues to be my go-to. And there's inevitably always someone who wears some fabulous outfit or has like the coolest haircut or, is, I don't know, is in this like group and is laughing and has the best laugh. Like there's something about someone that you can find a talking point for and be able to go up and make their day and start that conversation. So if you need that tip, Mark, take that with you. That's my pro tip for getting past those nerves.
I think the other thing you can do is like a thing that we can do, guys, on the live stream is paying it forward. Like you've been to that event. I mentioned the time I was there and Rob was there and I went and said hello to him. I like going in to say hello to new people. I do that all the time, but I also spend a lot of time introducing people. I'm sure Mark will tell you that I've introduced him to people at Two Fest. Like you can see people on their own. Just go and say hello. Go with 2 of you. So if they find it awkward, they can leave and it's no big deal. Like just pay it forward because it's the only way we can help those introverts, those people that do struggle to say hello to somebody. And if they're not happy with it for whatever reason, there's time. We also have one thing we've had at all the Two Fests is we have a quiet space. So if you do find it overwhelming or anything like that, the volunteers will point you to the space where you can just go and chill out and take a bit of time out. Because I do appreciate that, events fill me up. I get loads of adrenaline. I'm excited about it, but I do appreciate for some people it depletes them and their social battery is a bit lower than others. So hopefully we've got time. We've got a space there for you just to try and recharge a little bit if you need it.
That's really nice.
That's awesome.
It's a good idea.
That's great.
Definitely. Katie, so I was just going to ask you, I know there's some stuff going on with Ecamm. Anything that you want to share before you want to share? It's up to you. But I know there's a lot. I know there's a lot going on over the next few weeks or whatever. So is there anything you want to share for the family here?
Yeah, so it's the end of March here. So if you're hanging out with us live, tomorrow is a really, really big day at Ecamm. So if you want to learn more about what's going on, make sure that you are following us in one of our social accounts or you're on our email list. So we've got some big announcements coming out tomorrow. And if you swing over to our YouTube channel, we our co-founders are doing a live Q&A and big reveal tomorrow afternoon Eastern time. So definitely something to keep your eyes out for there. It's a fun time. It's a fun time of year. Always my
Wonderful.
favorite.
A couple of comments from Gretchen. She said she bought 2 non-Ecamm users to Creative Camp 2025. One Ecamm never used it, the other never seen it. Both were amazed. Ecamm really part of Creative Camp and more about learning creative skills, which is great. Mark says, YouTube, as Matt knows, I met Rob B for the first time in person. Been chatting with him for years.
He's so
It was
great.
brilliant to meet. And it's great. I mean, this is where you meet all these connections. And I guess a question for the Ecamm, what's the difference between...
For Ecamm.
Yeah.
So the main difference between the standard level and the pro level is your ability to bring guests on screen. So what we're doing right now, we're connecting all through Ecamm for Zoom. So we're actually all of us except for Neil are joining in through Zoom, and then Neil's able to bring us all on screen. So the interviewing functionality and features exist within the Pro level, as does a feature called Virtual Camera and Virtual Microphone, which would allow us to build, to bring any of these like production capabilities into apps like Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, anywhere where you can choose a camera or microphone. You can choose Ecamm as your camera and your microphone so that you can bring sound effects and graphics and easy screen sharing and all of that stuff in. So I will say the standard plan, like if what you're looking for is the ability to live stream, multi-stream, record videos, and you're by yourself, it's probably more than enough for you. And you can certainly start there and figure out later whether or not you want to level up. Our trial includes the Pro plan, so you'll get to try and see what all the Pro features do and whether or not they work for you in that 2-week trial period. And then you can decide what makes sense for you.
Fantastic. All right, let me just see if there's any more questions.
You already said go Pro. I know all of our customers are like 100% Pro, but I will say the standard plan is actually pretty detailed. It just depends on what you're doing.
It's good. That virtual cam though, if you do presentations online like virtual summits or anything like that, it blows people's mind in Zoom when you start doing crazy stuff.
That?
Yeah. So I mean that's worth it. And I think you do 4K in the Pro plan as well, recording.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why I bought it. So
yeah.
I mean, nobody's seen a Zoom call like this before, right? So let's just because we are on a Zoom call. Let's just be honest. We are on a Zoom call. Well, we're almost coming to the top of the hour. Time does fly when we're having fun. So if there's any other questions or for the panel or any other, let me just look at the chat. No, there's nothing else coming in at the moment. So any closing words from yourself, Katie and Matt, before we let you go to the green room? Because we have a green room. It's virtual. It's where you get to hang out and not be on camera.
Where Matt's buying the beers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Virtually.
Good.
Is it a happy hour? Is it a virtual happy hour?
I think so. Always.
I mean, I'm just so looking forward to the sort of the kickoff of event season. I'm so excited that this is the first one that we're doing. I'm really looking forward to meeting everyone and seeing all of my friends and contacts again. So please, if at all this interests you, definitely make that investment, come out and hang out with us. Tell a friend or a colleague if there's someone that this might be really beneficial for. As Matt was saying, events like this they're a lot of work and a lot of money to put on, and we want to be able to keep doing them. So we need for you to show up and tell all of your friends and all of your contacts about it. Because it's really impactful and a really great experience for us as well as for everyone that attends. So looking forward to it. Less than a month to go here, just a couple weeks, and
that's crazy.
We'll be all together in real life. It'll be exciting.
My thing, I think, is when you were saying that then, Kate, I was thinking about it. Just took me right back. Like I think I would leave it with saying do something really scary, because when I thought about TubeFest, the fact that we've got you guys coming over from the US is just an absolute dream. And I really mean it, because when you do something like sitting in a bar thinking I'm going to put on a conference, you just don't imagine that you can pull off something like this. So I'm just so excited to see everybody there, but it is an absolute dream. So do something scary, and you might just live your dreams, I guess. So thanks.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. I'm just posting in the chat the channels to both our and Creative Amplifiers. And Matt, you've got a YouTube channel as well. Do you want to post it in the chat for people?
Yeah, I'm Matt Fulltime. Yeah, Matt Fulltime.
Matt Fulltime.
You should find me on all the socials.
Let me just find you real quick.
No spaces. Matt Fulltime.
Brilliant. And I think the reason we love doing the show so much is because you can look at the landing page and get a sense of what these are about, but I think you get the real emotion of what it's about just by having these sort of conversations and being able to hang out. And I think, like Matt alluded to at the beginning, the way that both of you are aligned in terms of the way you want it to feel in the we know that from Ecamm, but it'd be great when we finally get to meet Matt and hang out with him and sort of see all those things coming together. And it's going to be really exciting, and not just propping up the bar, the learning element of it as well.
But we will be at the bar, just in case you need to find us.
Giving a really bad impression of myself.
Not at all.
Maybe the best.
No, Matt, it's wonderful.
If you can't find us in the conference, find us at the bar. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Katie and Matt, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. If you want to hang around just for a few minutes, just in the Zoom room. We've just got a few things to talk about, and then we'll close the show. So Matt and Katie, thanks for being here. Get yourselves to Creative Camp and Chew Fest. There's a few tickets left. Do it now. We'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Marvelous. Well, it's that time again, isn't it, for us to all join up in person at Creative Camp in a few. I can't believe it's it's
I know.
3 and a bit weeks, isn't it? Something like that.
I know.
Amazing. Amazing. Can't wait. And we'll be in the same bar together, or the same room, or the same cafe, whichever one of those.
The same cafe. Shall we quickly talk about what we've been up to as well? Because we've got a small announcement that we want to make for people who are interested in sort of the whole production, how we got together and how we built this show is not just by pure chance. There's quite a bit of work that went into it. And as Mark mentioned, all three of us have sort of different skills and how we plan and bring a show together. So we've actually got a
I've lost you.
and you will be able to join us in a small cohort where we can teach you all the wonderful things.
Neil, I think they missed all of that because as
Yeah,
you
we
started to
missed her
screen
earlier.
share, we lost your audio.
Oh, really? Okay, well that's fabulous. Shall I do that again? What happened there? Let me just do that again. Well, it would help if I wasn't muted at the time. So let me just go through that again. What we're planning to do is bring a cohort of 6 people together over 6 weeks. And the idea is if you're planning to create your first show, whether it be a live production, whether it be a pre-recorded show or a podcast, we have got you covered. The idea is that we will work with you over 6 weeks. And you can join the waitlist now. There's a discounted price for people who are joining. And the idea is that we'll bring your show from inception to production during that time. So we've got some interactive sessions. We're going to work with you, build the show out with you, gear choices and all that fun stuff. You can find out more at creativeamplifiers.live, and you'll get to know how to use these products possibly and probably better than I will without muting halfway through it. So there you go. And thanks for letting me know that, because that would have been really funny. But there you go. That's the end of the show. Any more before we close tonight?
I can't wait to see you guys, and it's gonna be great.
It's going to be cool. We're going to be here. We're going to hanging out just before Creator Camp starts. So I'm going to have a chance for us to catch up properly, share some food. I don't know. There was rumor of us doing a live stream from here. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see. See.
We'll have a laptop and a camera. That's all we need, right?
Exactly. That's all you need. That and Ecamm, and away you go. So yeah, can't wait for the three of us to hang out, and also to see everyone else and all our new friends in the chat. Really appreciate you being involved in the show tonight, and that's what it's all about. Just sharing what we're passionate about and being able to help each other. So yeah, 3 weeks to go.
See you then. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.
Bye bye.